Hello goddesses, and welcome to another episode of the Reclaim Your Goddess Power series. I am so honored and so grateful that you have clicked on this video today. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can go ahead and follow myself and the rest of the Goddess series. If you'd like to leave a comment down below so we can have an open conversation throughout the series. I love each and every one of you so much. Let's go ahead and hop into today's goddess. Now this message from this goddess is extremely important, not only for myself, but for all of us, because we all tend to forget to do this one tiny step that means so much. It's one of the most powerful things that you can do, not only for yourself, but for others. First thing that comes to mind might be love, but before you can truly love, you need to learn to forgive. And today's goddess has a message on forgiveness for not, again, only myself, but for all of us. I did share the empowerment message on my podcast, Life of an Everyday Goddess. So go ahead and check that out after this episode. And yeah, I'm going to do the alignment message right now. Today's goddess, she is a Celtic goddess. And you guys know I love me some Celtic goddesses because my mother has Celtic heritage and it's just near and dear to my heart. But she is Branwen. She in the Celtic community is known as the goddess of love and beauty. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the alignment message for Miss Branwen and for forgiveness. The alignment message is, sometimes we unintentionally cause hurt or pain to others. Sometimes our motive really is to hurt. Ooh. So think about that. Sometimes you do it and you don't mean to do it. You don't know that you're doing it. And sometimes you actually know that you're doing it and you're like doing it to purposely like bully somebody or to hurt somebody, to mess with somebody, which is not good. The way that the world works is it doesn't judge. So think about God. He doesn't judge, right? There's no good or there's no bad. It's just what it is. I don't know how else to explain it. I think he feels the vibration. So what I mean by that is, have you ever just walked into a room, and it could just be like a room. It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to look scary. It doesn't have to be like super clean. It's just a plain old room, but you just get like a feeling for it and you're like, ooh, you don't know. And based off that feeling is what you instinctively know about that room. So you might not have any other like judgment on that room. It's just a room, but you get a feeling in that room. So to me personally, I think the way God fills things out, and this is just my own personal theory, is he doesn't judge whether you're good or you're bad. He gets a sense for who you are, your feeling of what vibration you bring, because your undercurrent or the current of who you really are, your soul self, will push through, and that's who people see energetically. And I think that's how he makes his decisions on stuff. With that being said, you can't be held down by past decisions if you change your vibration. That's why it's so important to get the messages out so many people can change their vibration to be more in harmony with, I guess, the God source is what they call it, like the ultimate, like higher vibration. Again, this is my personal theory based on a lot of just research that I've done on my own, but if you start doing your own research, it kind of all adds up between what's scientifically proven, what is proven metaphysically, spirituality-wise, what you call in, manifestation-wise, like it's all ties together. So let me put it this way, if you don't forgive, you're just pulling yourself back into a frequency that's not yay or nay. So if you want to be like, I'm yay, I am yay all day, forgive, okay? Forgive. If you don't forgive, you're in a neutrality, and then one bad thing will like tip you over. So like somebody cuts you off the freeway and then you're in a bad mood. You're not like in a higher frequency where something gets you mad and then you're like in a neutral and it's easier to go back. You're like, it's easier for you to fall back into like lower frequencies, lower patterns. So think about that whenever you think about like the vibration of forgiveness. It's a neutrality. It's up to you if you decide to do it. I personally would recommend that everybody, including myself, learn to forgive and move on and release that energy. You don't ever want to keep that energy stagnant, because if you don't release it, it stays attached to you as well. So think about that, because some people are like, I'm going to hold a grudge just to get back at them. But it doesn't get back at anybody but yourself, because you're also doing the same thing to yourself. Think about that. Let that marinate. You're doing the same thing back to yourself energetically. You're energetically keeping that cord tied and bound to your own energy. Forgive. Forgive, goddesses. Forgive. Let's keep reading. Your alignment task is to be 100% accountable for your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, motives, and actions. True. So if you have wronged somebody in the past, own up to it. Have accountability, okay? They don't even need to know that you're owning up to it. You don't have to, like, if somebody passed away and you never got to say what you had to say, make amends in your heart, energetically express it out. Energy works in all different ways. If I wanted to forgive somebody, I can energetically bring up the person's image in my mind, tell them what I want to tell them, or you can give them a feeling, you can express yourself and give it back. Like, but not give it back like in a shady way, like give back loving and healing light. Okay? What you want to reciprocate back to you. So if I want to forgive somebody, I would visualize them. I would forgive and let go and send it back. And then it's up to them to forgive or to let go. It's literally like, okay, do you forgive to let go? But at least it's not attached to your energy field anymore. You've dealt with it. Very important, very powerful. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to go based off things that you weren't 100% sure of. It's okay to forgive yourself. You should always forgive yourself. Always, always, always. And it's okay to forgive others. Even if they've done you wrong. I've had so many people do messed up things and shady ass things, and I've learned to forgive. You still need to have healthy boundaries for your own energetic field and aura, but you can still forgive. And again, from a distance, like I said, if somebody's deceased or no longer around, like you don't have to physically have them around to forgive them. They'll energetically have that cord disattached from them, and they won't be lingering on to you not forgiving. Okay? It allows it makes it easier for when they're ready to forgive themselves and forgive, to let go. Okay? It's just an easier, cleaner way of doing things energetically, which is like so much of what we are right now. We're energetic beings, right? Let's keep reading. You stand empowered and humbled with your head high no matter the consequences. So no matter if people are like, I can't believe you forgave that person, you know what you need to do for yourself. So don't ever let anybody else's like judgment, or nobody should judge you. If somebody's judging you, that's probably not somebody you want in your circle anyway. But do what's right for you, energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Do what's right for you. And I'm so big on following your intuition, ladies. So you know when it's the right time. If you need to grieve things out before you can forgive, grieve things out. Take a shower, cry in the shower. A really, really good, powerful thing that you can do in the shower is to visualize the water that's pouring down on you as being just like this pure, clear light. And it's just cleansing you, cleansing your body. And you visualize all the stuff that you're carrying onto just melting away, like just coming off of your body and going down the drain. Water is such a nice and just very, very, very powerful healing tool that has been used for centuries. So utilize that. We take showers every day. Most of us take showers every day. So think about that. When you're in the shower, do it daily. There might be just stuff that you don't even remember that is there from years and years and years of just living life. Just do that daily for your own spiritual hygiene. Visualize that. It doesn't take much, and it will do you wonders. I swear, I promise you. There's other techniques that I can give you guys. That would be the easiest, simplest one. Use your mind to your advantage, okay? Some people are like, oh, I'm so much in my head. Use that beautiful mind that you have, that beautiful brain that you have. Especially as women, we have just like a whole different mindset. Use it to your advantage. Use it to help you get over things, to manifest things, to bring out a life that you didn't even think was possible for yourself. You have all of that potential, right? And your heart is even stronger than that. So just imagine, once we start tapping into all these portals, it's amazing. Let's keep reading. You will always be the beneficiary of such an act. Again, you will always benefit from it, because nobody benefits from you holding a grudge. Nobody benefits from somebody not being able to forgive. It's just prolonging the healing process. So if you want to learn to heal, forgive. First step, always. Then you can think about the rest. And I said, if it takes a lot longer for you to forgive, do what you have to do. Write a letter to the person. Don't send it to them, but just write it out. Get all those feelings out. And then once you've let it out in whatever way is healthy for you, good for you, then it's easier to, okay, you dealt with that feelings, however you had to deal with it. Now you can choose whether or not to forgive. And we always have free will to choose whether we want to or not. But even if the other person chooses not to forgive you, that's on them. As long as you forgave them and yourself, then you're not energetically bound to that energy no longer. So you are the one who is benefiting from forgiveness, from learning to forgive, okay? So remember that. The goddess Branwen says, deep healing comes from the kind of courage and respect. It's true. It takes courage to admit you're wrong. It takes courage to forgive. It takes courage to move past things, okay? Because we're scared. We don't want to get burnt again. I'm guilty of that. Like, I get nervous whenever I forgive something or someone, and then I'm like, ooh, are they gonna do the same thing again? Because you never know. But you won't know unless you forgive, right? You don't have to continue to entangle yourself in that energy if you feel intuitively it's bad for you. But you can learn to forgive and move on to different and new energies. Forgiveness is simple. We know intuitively that it's the right thing to do. We might not want to admit it. We might be too prideful to admit it. And again, I'm guilty of that myself. But remember to drop into that space. Think of the times that you wish somebody would have forgave you. Think of all the times that you've messed up, because none of us are perfect. It's just not possible. Like, we all live life. We all learn from making mistakes sometimes, okay? So don't hold that against other people. Learn to forgive them so that that cord and that connection, especially if you're wanting to set those healthy boundaries, you can't set them if you still have that cord attached. Learn to forgive them so that cord is disattached. Whenever they're ready, it's easier for them. Have enough love and respect for other people, even if they don't have it for you. Have enough for them, because you're vibing higher, and that's only going to keep you in a higher vibration, okay? Never try to bring somebody down just because you can, because that's horrible. First of all, you shouldn't want to do that. Bad karma. Also, another person might be waiting for you to be the one to apologize and forgive before they do, which you don't owe anybody anything, but if you feel like that is something that needs to be done, then do it. Be the higher vibrational person. Love, forgive, accept all the good, all the blessings that are coming to you once you learn that little, simple, very powerful step in life to forgive. And never forget to always forgive yourself. Always forgive yourself. Again, we're not perfect. We're here to learn, okay? I have to forgive myself on things that I say or do sometimes. And it's okay. I'll hold space for you guys if you guys feel like you guys need to do that first. It's a very, 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 very powerful. I love every single one of you so much. I'm holding a loving, forgiving space for all of you. I am so excited to see you on my next Goddess Series episode. I hope this humbles your heart in order to release some of those old toxic bounds that you have connected with people still that no longer serve you. Until next time, goddesses, so much love.